it comes to mounting optics on the M1 Garand, M14, M1A type receivers, there's a whole lot of options out there. The Hopco USA is a non-permanent modification for the M1 Garand or those types of receivers that allows you to mount a micro red dot optic onto it. You realize that there are quite a few different red dots out there, and I'm using a Trigon RMR right here, but they do have mounts for every type of micro red dot. So the question about the red dot in my mind is, how fast is it? Well, of course, it's going to be much faster than iron sights due to the acquisition, the speed of acquisition. But the question I'm often asked is, what about distance shooting? I've heard people say that these optics don't lend themselves well to distance shooting. I tend to disagree. The front sight on the M1 Garand is 8 M1A wide at 100 meters or 8 inches wide at 100 meters, and this doubles every 100 meters. Compare that to the 3.5 M1A red dot that I have on my RMR, which is 3.5 inches wide at 100 meters. You can see that you have a little bit better of a sight picture. So I find that I'm actually shooting more accurately with the micro red dot optic than I ever did with iron sights. The common question I'm asked is about cheek weld and sight picture. So in regards to cheek weld, going into this, I wasn't sure if I was going to need any type of cheek riser in order to see correctly through the optic. However, I found with the amount of rounds I've put through it and a little time and experience on it, that the cheek weld is very similar to an AR-15 that has a lower 1/3 co-witness setup with iron sights, which means that your cheek weld is at the lower portion of your cheek, which I find comfortable for shooting on the move. The sight picture is, of course, going to be very clear, and that's due to the fact that you're looking through an open window of a micro red dot optic, and I find it very pleasing as opposed to using the iron sights. A point of contention that I've heard with this system is the fact that the ejecting brass or the ejecting in block might strike the red dot optic. And I've taken some high-speed footage here, and you can see to some extent that is definitely true. I've put approximately 600 rounds through this rifle since the optic has been mounted, you can definitely see that there is to some extent some brass marks on the optic. I don't believe in any way that this will damage the optic. These are fairly ruggedized. If you're looking to mount a micro red dot to your M1 or M1A type receiver, I'd consider this due to the rugged simplicity and reliability. I know I'll be keeping mine.